Get the Steak Podcast daily at patreon.com/sportsgreek.
Okay, we talk about laughs all the time, and I had one sent to me this week that was pretty funny. Got it yesterday, and the video that accompanies this is a woman in some sort of place of business, and she's walking really quickly. They've got her on camera, and she trips, and there's someone who watches her trip and fall that laughs, and it's a pretty good laugh. And it's fun to laugh every once in a while to get us started here on a Friday.
Привіт, мене звати Оля. Я власниця керамічної студії та майстерні парасолі. 19 травня на Подільському шоку Вікторія. Вікторія. Вікторія консультує, я розумію. Я на своїй екс-хобі зробити маленький до зустрічі.
Okay, it doesn't show that person on camera. I'm guessing that's like a teenager or something.
I guess it sounds like a younger person or a kid or something like that.
Yeah. I guess it could be an adult, but man, that's a great laugh.
She looks like she's 6. She's kind of in the background
you do see her.
right as she passes and trips,
Okay. One more time on that one.
Isn't it funny how some things are universal? Like, no matter what culture you're from, like, someone tripping is just always going to be funny to everyone.
I know.
Yeah.
Just a little trip, and wipeouts are funny.
19 травня на Подільському шоку Вікторія. Вікторія.
Yeah, just that first part there, Tyler. I think we got a new laugh track for the next hilarious joke. And that got me going down that ridiculous rabbit hole yesterday. And I guess we should all face the north, which is the direction of France, I guess, or the east. And the ridiculous French talk show from years back that had a snort laugher, someone who inhales almost like a skinlanen when they laugh, a bird laugher, and someone who almost sounds like they're crying when they laugh. And what sets off all of these laughers on a talk show is the one who snort laughs first. And I think we all snort, well, not all, but a lot of people snort laugh to some degree.
Yeah,
Gordo
I
gives
have
us
one.
a good snort laugh every once in a while. Yeah, just when
I do, pal.
I guess it's very unexpected, but that's pretty wild. The one who that's how this woman starts laughing. She doesn't have any sort of no sort of sound before it. It's just an immediate snort, and that's what sets the Skinlanen laugher off, and then it all goes to Hades.
Situé par rapport à le public, parce que la salle était
ça,
grande.
Je vous ai situé tout de suite.
Mais c'est vrai qu'il a été hyper cool.
Mais vous vous êtes déjà fait examiner, c'est quand même curieux, un rire comme ça, ça vient.
Non, c'est tout examiné.
Incroyable.
C'est pas curieux, le rire. Le rire, c'est de l'air qui passe au niveau du larynx. Et c'est vrai que je dois avoir un larynx plus ou moins...
Même à imiter, c'est impossible.
Il vous a Après, moi, quand je suis partie aussi. Hein. Il vous a déjà mis dans des difficultés pas possibles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Non, du pib, ça fait du bien quand même de rigoler.
Tellement bien.
Donc, Je repose ma question. On ne tient plus la poule. Il vous... Il vous... Il y a la poule et la mouette qui s'y mettent, on est mal. Et le klaxon est reparti. Nassima!
Oui.
Votre rire de klaxon vous a déjà mis dans des difficultés dans des endroits publics, ce rire de klaxon?
Oui.
Bring it down
Okay,
there a
okay,
little
let's
bit.
bring it back
Bring
down.
it back down. Okay.
And it made me think that if you had, say, 3 people that you knew that had just hilarious laughs.
I'd be getting them together all the time. They're like, why are you always inviting doing a party and just having the 3 of us here? No, it's okay. Let's watch this comedy festival real quick.
Corby would always be invited.
Yeah, get Corby going.
That machine gun laugh. That I just don't understand that one.
I don't get that either. That makes I'm a little skeptical about that whole thing, and that at least one of those is a put-on laugh.
I mean, once you see him, it's just she's really tickled. I mean, she's talking, and all of a sudden she gets tickled and puts her hand over her mouth and does that machine gun.
Don't you change your laugh though if you're that person? Like you don't want that laugh.
Right, it's too weird.
Well, yeah, but then again, people seem to gravitate towards it. They invite you to parties just to get you to laugh. A laugh party. That's what I want to have. And we need to find, I guess we'd have to fly them over here from France, but the snort laugher and the machine gun laugher. And then I think this one was thrown out years and years ago. And I don't know what you finally found out about this show, but this one is in Spanish, and it's the guy telling the story about how he was historically he was employed, but he never really worked.
He was a famous comedian, and I forget what his name was.
He's missing teeth and all sorts of crazy things.
He was telling some story. It always helps if you don't understand Spanish.
Yes, that makes it even funnier to me. Yeah,
right.
The fact that I have no idea what
he's talking about. He was a dishwasher, and he would throw the pots and pans out into the sea rather than clean them and then return them.
Because when the tide came up, it was right up by the restaurant, so he would just throw them into the sea.
I think that's what I've been told he's to say.
Yeah, and I think that's what it said in the subtitles that I was watching, but they went pretty fast because it's a really...
And that's one of the meme ones that people re-subtitle to be about... I don't know, the Colts starting a different quarterback.
And then Zeke got it center and snapped at the dash.
Yeah. Something that went horribly wrong. He's retelling the story of it.
All right, let's hear this guy, because he's going to be at the party, too.
Y la encontré porque estaba la paellera agarrada metida entre las piedras de Chipiona del faro. Y cuando entro en el restaurante me ve el cocinero con una paellera y adentro la vende paellera. ¡Ándale, mira dónde llega el agua!
He's like crying.
Llegaba el agua hasta el restaurante. Había subido la marea. Jesús, hay que hacer ahora con los 2 sacos de arroz. ¡Ay, llama para Sevilla! ¡Llama a Sevilla que traigo paella!
That's where Zeke snaps at the DAC right there, yeah.
Estuve yo con el bañado y con la paella. El cocinero. No vea, para Sevilla.
Okay, we got to bring it back down now. Golly. That's a good way to start your Friday. See, now we're ready. We're ready to take on the day after that. Yeah, Junior, while you were out earlier this week, I thought about this all week. It's one of the more entertaining things that I've heard. Do you know what Gordon's doing this year during the football season?
Huh. I don't know.
He is playing fantasy football.
Okay.
Yeah, man, my team's just really
He
struggling
doesn't
right
understand
now.
that it doesn't even have a team yet.
Oh.
When is y'all's draft?
I think it's going to be on Tuesday. I need to hop in the Discord today and figure out when they've decided to do the draft.
Are you going to put some effort into it?
I'm going to try, yeah.
Okay.
Dan Marino.
I'm going to
take Dan Marino.
On Tuesday, I'm going to draft, and then I'm going to make a bunch of trades. And then my team's not going to be doing well, and I'm going to have to do some more trades and then do another draft real quick.
It's going to be interesting, isn't it, to see how he treats it? Does he go all in? Because Gordo's either all in or all out.
Or that's all right.
I'm thinking he's going to have someone run the team for him. That's my prediction, but who knows? It may be like lawnmowers.
No,
it may just...
you know what? Jerry and I have this in common. The day I don't run my team is
that's
the day
deal
that
you
I
made
don't.
with us.
Yeah, that's the deal I made with you guys from the very beginning of this.
Okay, I hope you
go,
at least
right
give
there.
it a try and follow it.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling that the people on Discord will have to tell you what's going on from week to week.
Which is okay if he's a newbie.
Yeah, there'll be a little mentoring going on.
Yeah.
I need that.
Just know this. There are two sports items that nobody ever wants to hear anything about. Number one, your round of golf you just played yesterday, shot by shot. And number two, how well your fantasy football team is doing or how poorly. Nobody wants to hear it.
Yeah, I'm always talking about how bad my team's doing.
You just open the gates. That's all we're going to hear about this football season is his fantasy football team.
Might just start playing golf,
and he'll
too.
probably start playing golf. Said he was kidding.
Okay, let's get to a little bit of audio that we found here. Are you guys big fans of the Chicks? Formerly known
the
as
Dixie Chicks?
known as the D-word Chicks.
Yeah, I think they have some good songs.
Okay. Weren't they based here and best here once?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I saw them a couple of times back in the 90s at very small clubs around here. They were great then.
Really? Where'd you see them?
Someplace in Arlington and someplace in Fort Worth, and I could not come up with the name.
Billy Bob's.
Why did you see them? Did someone take you to see them? Or
The girl that I dated at the time was a huge fan of them, and she took me to see them a couple of times. And they were great. It was back with their old lead singer. Can't remember her name, with the dark hair.
Dame Helen Mirren?
Before Natalie?
Before Natalie Maines. Laura something, who I think just passed away. But she was great.
Better than Natalie Maines?
I thought so. Yeah.
Huh. I chased him out of a bar one time.
That's not surprising.
Me and Eric, you guys know Eric.
Mm-hmm.
We were at the landing, the Lakewood Landing, and the two sisters were there, Emily and Marty, the non-Natalie ones, and they were playing pool. And Eric and I had a little bit of liquid courage in us, and then the bet was, I think we had a few more friends with us. The bet was that Eric had to go over there and watch them play pool and keep forcing high fives, uncomfortable high fives. Like every mediocre shot they made, he'd be, "Hey, up top," you know.
Why did you want to do that? They were just trying to play some pool.
They quickly finished the game, and then they just left. I know, they were just hanging out. I feel bad for that.
So that's Laura Lynch. She was the original singer.
Ah, yes.
Remember her? And she just passed away.
Different lead singer than Natalie Maines, but yes.
Passed away last December.
There you go.
Very sad.
What'd she die of?
I'd have to look it up.
So the D-word Chicks, they sang the national anthem at the D-word NC. And,
oh, my gosh.
Uh-oh, what? Car accident?
She died in a car crash.
Oh,
God. Wow. It seems like I remember that.
At 65.
That's not that fast. I mean, you would think that
the
it would be...
age of 65.
That's terrible.
And 65 is plenty fast in a car to die in a car accident.
If we could, get back to the national anthem of our very own nation. So they performed at the DNC, and social media had some opinions about it.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Saying that they were off key, that they were pitchy. One person wrote, "Wow, maybe your monitors weren't working. I don't know, but that was horrible. At least you had the dignity to finish, then smile. I almost feel sorry for you. Almost."
Oh, almost. Okay.
Somebody else wrote, "Incredibly off key. Great job, you has-beens.
God.
Good luck managing a Denny's, you fetus-faced windbags."
Okay, that was made up.
Dude, you suck.
So let's listen to it, and you tell me what you think.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Land of the free and the home of the
Yeah, they missed a few, but for a live performance, I think that was fine.
It was pretty ambitious. I mean, that was some ambitious harmonies in there.
Yeah.
I have to say,
Nailed it.
they look great. 'Cause
I don't need you commenting on how they look.
They're getting up there, right? I mean, no offense, but aren't we all?
Let's see. Yeah, the sisters are in their early 50s.
Yeah, I mean,
Emily's 52.
they look wonderful.
Again, I don't need you
okay,
to
once
comment
again, George
on it.
is, we don't need to comment on Democrats' appearances.
What?
Well, I was complimenting them. They may have sounded like crap, but they looked
that's
just
a great compliment.
absolutely.
No,
No, I thought that they
was
sounded okay. I'm a little forgiving because I know that what they were doing was extremely hard to do.
Yeah.
Ambitious is a good word to describe
Yes.
that arrangement they were attempting.
Yes, it was a little ambitious, and
I was a classically trained singer.
Yes.
wow.
As an amateur, the only thing I really noticed was when someone, I don't know who it was, came in with the really high notes, they were off.
Yeah, they were a little pitchy.
Yeah, a little pitchy dog, but that's all right.
They need auto-tune.
Which, don't get me started.
But
on
it's
that.
fun to look at them. Jennifer Lopez.
We just did this
In
yesterday.
her- it's the
There's no
follow-up.
way there's
This
an
is-
update
this-
from
this is the
yesterday.
follow-up.
I'm caring about the
Why
Kardashians.
are you getting so agitated?
We covered it yesterday. We're good. She's getting divorced.
No,
We got it.
People need to
She's
know.
looking for hubby number 5.
People need to know.
Terrific.
She's not looking. She's wanting to spend more time with herself right now.
That's her favorite person. That's perfect for her.
You don't know that.
Okay.
She's taking the time to learn me.
She probably will say something like that.
So in her divorce petition, we're finding out a little bit more about the depth of their estrangement.
Oh, hang on. Let me get my pen. I'm going to take some notes on this.
Take
I'm
notes on
really
this.
interested.
She is requesting her old surname back.
Well, when did it leave?
Sir Jennifer Lopez?
No. She's dropping Affleck as her last name.
Who called her that?
She
Nobody.
has requested to go back to Jennifer Lynn Lopez or whatever.
Great story.
She also listed their date of separation. By the way, she filed this petition for divorce without an attorney. So she did it herself, I guess. And she filed it on their second wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Ooh.
She said
I heard that.
She said that they separated April 26th of this year, so it's been a while. They did not sign a prenuptial agreement. You writing this down?
Oh, yeah.
Did not have a prenuptial agreement.
April 26th?
April 26th is when they separated.
Since then.
Right. And she filed on their second wedding anniversary,
Yeah,
August
I knew
20th.
that.
There will be a quiz a little bit later on this, George. I'm telling you right now, this will be on the test.
That's all right. We good.
This is her fourth failed marriage, his second failed marriage. And I don't like to think of him as failed.
I do.
This was her fourth learning experience and his his second growth opportunity. How about that?
So you did confirm they were not married the first time.
Right.
Okay.
Not married the first time. So without their prenup, their individual earnings for the last 2 years, community property.
So
Guess how much...
This is good for Ben.
Guess how much she's worth. Guess how much he is worth. We'll start with him.
Ooh, that's a good one.
How much has Ben...
Are we talking about what they've made since they've been married, or just
This is
their net
just
worth?
their net worth.
Okay.
I'm going to guess he's around $150 million.
All those movies,
Yeah.
the insurance duck
I must
that
be
he owns.
I must be close because you're giving me add-ons to try to get me to move my number.
Stop going into meta psychology to try to tease out the correct answer.
I bet she's worth like 10 times what he's worth.
Yeah, not $1 billion.
No, like 500 and he's worth 50 or something.
No, I bet she's around 500, but I'm sticking with 150 for him.
Okay.
He's worth a reported $150 million.
Yes.
Whoa.
See, I
Right
knew
on the
his
money.
playbook.
Right on
Craig
the money.
always teases out from the messenger what the real answer is rather than examining the actual situation. And she is worth a reported $400 million.
Okay, yeah.
For never mind.
Wait, stop the show, Tyler.
What?
Just forget it. It wasn't going to be a nice comment anyway. I'm going to take it back before I have to apologize.
What just happened, though? Something
Take
happened?
off my headset. I couldn't get
made a
through the
comment
word
earlier tonight.
garbage, okay? I fell down. I couldn't get up.
You were just laying on your broadcast med alert, just hitting it over and over again?
Yeah.
She is worth $400 million, Giorgio. And that's
Good
quite
for
an
her.
accomplishment.
I'm really happy for
A self-made woe man like that?
That's great.
That's awesome. So why don't you respect her a little bit more?
Okay.
She can sing. She's a triple threat. She
can't act. She has garbage music, and she's annoying as all get out. So what else can she do?
Were those compliments or...
See, I told
That's
you.
his interpretation
That's why I
of
wanted
what
to
a
take
triple
a knee.
threat is.
That's why I wanted to take a knee. I didn't want
It is
I didn't want to
strange.
say
You
it.
cannot refrain
I
from
know.
insulting her. Of all people in the world.
I know. I'm going to keep trying. I'm sorry. She
Shouldn't
is a
say
bitch.
that.
There's no doubt about it.
Vladimir Putin gets nothing but compliments from you.
What? When have I complimented
Jennifer
him?
Lopez, you will just murder her.
I have not complimented Putin in my lifetime.
You talk about how his theme song is great.
He didn't write it.
Yeah, but it's his theme song.
Sing a little.
When he says, "Where's my music?"
You sing
they play
more
that.
of his theme song than you do her songs.
That's better music.
And you sing it in fake Italian, which is an odd choice.
Fake Italian?
Yeah, go ahead, sing it.
Well, play it. I got to sing along
Okay,
to
all
it.
right.
It's an Italian opera.
What? See, every time I sing, you guys laugh at me.
So during the time they were married, she did have she put out 4 films, including a $20 million self-funded project called "This Is Me Now," a love story.
Oh, crap. What's that on? I got to watch that this weekend.
This is me. ... Now, a love story. And it documents their rekindled romance. That's a tough one.
Sometimes
pal.
you just hear terrible in the title, don't you?
And then
I'm sorry. So sorry.
Yeah, you are just like that guy. You're knowingly committing offenses and then trying to cover it quickly with, I'm so sorry, so sorry, so sorry, so sorry. She also came out with a cocktail line. You ever tried a J-Lo cocktail?
No.
You think it's going to be real fussy and a lot of moving parts to it? So she's requesting the judge does not grant him any spousal support.
Meantime, he wants half of some of that.
I doubt it. He's not going to ask for half. If two people have plenty of money...
You've seen how much he's had to smoke the last couple of years.
Okay.
You don't think he's looking for $250 million?
Craig, are you with me in that it's strange?
Yes.
It's just strange.
Nothing draws him
J-Lo,
offside more.
She is very strange.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
And so's Ben Affleck.
I mean, I get how you can be mildly annoyed with her or any celebrity,
We've
but
had to
the
put up
level
with 6 more minutes of
vitriol
news about J-Lo.
Anyway, I'm doing a research project right now on a few other things about J-Lo's life. I will present them at this time tomorrow.
Well, it's Saturday, so we won't be here, Chief.
We do. I'm sorry, Monday.
Well, it's anytime you want
Monday.
to draw him off sides, you've got the easy
Yeah,
play
it's
there.
Apparently J-Lo.
So weird.
It is.
All right, Gordo, thank you.
And now it's time for Friday morning Scattershooting with your old pal, Junior Miller, right here on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
And it's brought to us by Twin Peaks Scattershooting while wondering whatever happened to searchlights.
We don't have them?
You remember when businesses would have a grand opening or a movie theater was debuting
yeah.
something? Something everywhere to signal where to drive.
Something big was going on.
Yeah.
No, you don't see them so much anymore.
Car dealers do it at a sale over the weekend at night.
They used to. I haven't seen them in a long, long time.
I think I have either.
Last week we talked about the new Pete Rose doc on Max. Did you know that Pete and his son, Pete Rose Jr., are 4th on the all-time list of most hits by a father-son duo in Major League Baseball history? Pete had 4,256 hits, and Pete Jr. had 2.
Yeah, they detail that about what that was like growing up as Pete Jr. He had kind of a tough run.
The most hits for a father-son duo is Bobby and Barry Bonds with 4,821. Then Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. are next on that list, followed by Gus and Buddy Bell, and then the Roses. Pete Jr. did have a bunch of hits in the minor leagues, so the Roses' combined professional baseball hits total is 6,467, which is the most for a father-son duo in both the majors and minors combined.
Okay.
The Reds' Ellie De La Cruz joined an interesting club this week. The shortstop stole his 60th base of the season, which meant he gained entry into the 2060 club. 20 home runs and 60 steals in one season. Only 4 other players since 1900 have done that. 2 of them, Reds as well, Joe Morgan and Eric Davis. Ricky Henderson of the A's did it, and the Braves' Ronald Acuna last season. And De La Cruz is the first of those to do it before turning 23 years old.
Wow.
Reds' favorite Joey Votto called it quits this week. The 40-year-old had been playing in the minor leagues this season. That's a rarity for a probable future Hall of Famer at the end of a career. He was in the Blue Jays system and took a minor league deal because there were no free agent there was no free agent interest in him last winter. But he now says he's had enough and has officially retired. Votto was the NL MVP in 2010, a 6-time All-Star, 356 career home runs, a .294 career batting average, and he led the league in on-base percentage 7 times. By the way, if you've heard him interviewed, he's going to be a great analyst if he chooses to go the broadcast route.
Yeah.
He's terrific to listen to. Angels superstar Mike Trout, who has missed most of this season due to injury, turned 33 recently. Trout is one of 2 players in the live ball era, which started in 1920, to have a .975 career OPS and at least 200 stolen bases at the time of their 33rd birthday. The only other player to ever do that was Willie Mays.
Whoa.
The basketball world lost a notable this week when Al Attles passed away. Nicknamed the Destroyer, Adles was a point guard in the 1960s for the Warriors, both in Philadelphia and San Francisco. He was one of the starting guards in 1961, the night Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points. After his playing career was over, he became the Warriors' head coach, leading them to an NBA title in 1975. Adles never made an All-Star team, but the Warriors still retired his number 16, and in 2019, he was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Which got me wondering how many players are in the Hall of Fame that never made an All-Star team.
Well, that's a good one. He may be the only one.
There are actually a few.
Okay.
Several international players like Tony Kukoc and Arvydas Sabonis, and just a few NBA-only players, including Adles and Celtics' Frank Ramsey and Casey Jones. Adles was a great defensive player and the self-proclaimed bodyguard for Wilt the Stilt. Also rare for a point guard to be the team's enforcer. The great Al Adles was 87 years old. The sports announcing world lost a legend this week as well when Tommy Roberts passed away. Roberts started his career as a DJ in Philadelphia in the 1950s, later got gigs on the Warriors, Sixers, and Eagles broadcast teams, but Roberts was best known for his horse racing calls. In 1973, he called all three of Secretariat's legendary Triple Crown wins on the Mutual Radio Network, and in 1984, he launched Simulcast, which allowed racing fans to bet on and watch races broadcast from around the country at their local track, and he was the voice of those races for 4 decades. Known as the voice of horse racing, the great Tommy Roberts was 96 years old.
Man, what a life. He contributed.
And last week, the game show world lost a legend with baseball ties. Peter Marshall, the longtime host of Hollywood Squares, passed away.
Man.
Marshall started his career as a stand-up comedian, but in 1966 he landed the job as Hollywood Squares host, a gig he kept until 1981. Marshall was born Ralph Pierre Lecoq. And baseball fans may remember one of his 4 sons, Pete Lecoq,
oh yeah,
made it to the show for the Cubs and the Royals back in the 1970s. Peter Marshall was 98 years old.
Man, weren't you a fan of the Squares?
Loved
I thought that
Hollywood
show was
Squares.
really funny as a kid.
Yes.
Do you like me in the center square?
Yes,
Paul Lim.
absolutely.
Yeah.
He always had funny jokes.
If you'd like to bet this week, you can wager on the best fantasy football players, Gordo, for the upcoming NFL season.
Okay.
Since you're going to play fantasy football.
You damn hell I am.
Josh Allen is the Vegas favorite to produce the most fantasy points at quarterback, followed by Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, C.J. Stroud, and Anthony Richardson. Dak checks in at number 7 on that list.
Right.
If he ends as holdout, CeeDee Lamb is the favorite to produce the most fantasy points at wide receiver, Christian McCaffrey at running back, Travis Kelce at tight end, and the Dallas defense is the Vegas favorite to produce the most fantasy points for any defensive unit this season.
Did you write all that down? You just got some good info there.
What's fantasy football again?
Man, he didn't write it down.
The U.S. Open tennis tournament starts next week in Flushing Meadows. Going into this tournament, there are 5 American men ranked in the world top 20, which hasn't happened since 1997. That year it was Sampras, Agassi, Michael Chang, Todd Martin, and Jim Courier. This year it's Taylor Fritz, Ben Shelton, Tommy Paul, Sebastian Korda, LPGA great Nelly Korda's brother, and Francis Tiafoe. Unlike 1997, none of these 5 Americans are expected to win the Open.
Oh.
In precious jewels news, the second largest diamond ever was discovered this week. It was mined in Botswana and is 2,492 carats. The largest diamond found since 1905, when the record holder, a 3,106 carat diamond, was found in South Africa and is now part of the British Crown Jewels.
Like such as?
Experts believe this newly discovered rock could be worth $100 million or more.
Whoa.
This week's least competent criminal. is 40-year-old Eugene Robinson of Aurora, Colorado, who was just sentenced this week to 143 years in prison for one of the most wheels-off crime sprees ever. It started when Robinson went to a Burger King drive-thru, ordered food, then tried to pay for it with drugs. When the drive-thru employee refused his offer, Robinson pointed a gun at him, then drove off. Moments later, an armed robbery attempt was reported at the convenience store right across the street from the Burger King. There, surveillance video shows Robinson noticing the camera, then shooting at it and fleeing the scene, but not before perfect video of his face was recorded. He then was seen randomly firing shots into the air before arriving at a friend's house, where he started shooting at everybody inside. All of these bullets fired, yet nobody was seriously injured. While conducting the shooting investigation at the apartment complex, officers spotted Robertson, who was hiding behind some bushes before he was taken into custody.
We'll never see him in there.
find me here, you
without
see?
incident. And that got Robinson 143 years in prison this week. And finally, Steve was confiding in his friend Ryan about troubles on the home front. Steve said, "I think my wife is cheating on me." Ryan said, "How do you know?" Steve said, "Because last night she said she spent the night with her sister Shelley and said that's why she never made it home." Ryan said, "So what?" Steve said, "So I know she's lying because I spent the night with her sister Shelley last night." And that's Friday Morning Scattershooting, the radio segment that this week was named the official radio segment of football season by the United Nations.
Thanks for hanging out with your old pal Junior Miller for another edition of Friday Morning Scattershooting. We'll see you next Friday, right here on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
All right, coming up in 4 minutes in the emergency break of the week, pronunciation, still a problem. We have the magic word and on-air panic. That's next in the e-break.
It's time for the emergency break of the week.
Hand it back.
Donovan's had much better form, and it flew through the air better. It was prettier.
Okay.
What?
That moment when programming is brought to a complete halt by a wheels-off comment or technical meltdown.
It's an empty Coke bottle, by the way.
It does matter. No, it doesn't. Let's go. Oh, that's so close. Damn.
Miss again.
It went all the way around. Those were way better attempts, though, than any of yours.
God, touch both lips on it.
That felt good.
A tough one.
That felt good. That was the walk-off. That was the Tiger Woods walk-off right there.
Yeah, but you didn't make it.
I know.
It was very close.
Check it out.
Anyway. And Craig missed it from 2 feet away.
Craig missed the George Gervin layup.
It's just embarrassing.
But I got the putback.
But then he had to tell us, check it out, and missed a layup from 3.
So embarrassing.
He left it short. He tries to
Did we
figure it out.
say what we were trying to do? We're throwing an empty
God.
Diet Coke bottle into a trash
How
can.
did you miss that from 6 inches? You finger rolled it
I
off
put
the
too
rim.
much into the finger roll.
Put too much ice in it. It was awesome. Too much ice in the ice, man.
Raindrops.
My favorite moment of my day.
Let's see who yanked the break the hardest this week on the Little Ticket.
All right, the e-break brought to us by Crawford Services. We're going to give you 3 candidates. You get the vote on them. 888-787-1310. Candidate number 1, he is back. Craig Rosengarten, T-Box, Saturday morning here on the Ticket. This is a dangerous word for all of us. When
is it another word for nation?
No.
Okay.
It's a word that you use on the golf course if you're going to have to take
umbrella,
not umbrella.
A type
No, we're not going to play password. On the golf course, if you have to take some sort of penalty, a penalty shot, the more severe, the more. Now I'm going to just really have to concentrate. Penal, it is, right?
Penal.
Yeah, penal. That's what we're looking for here. That's what Craig was looking for here. Craig Rosengarten.
I really wish Eli was playing too. We'll get you out there before the tournament. Look, if you hit it off the grid, good luck finding the ball.
Yeah, I don't want
But if you can keep the ball in play a little bit easier right now. And if you have a caddy, the green structures are hard. Figure things out. It's not as penal.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
It's not as penal as.
Hey, just mark it.
No, don't. It's not as penal as.
That'll be the end of the show. We'll drop.
The hell was I trying to say?
God only knows.
There's two different pronunciations of that word you're looking for.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, one is the not one you were wanting.
Hey, Chess, check this out.
So his first attempt was penile. His third or fourth attempt was peel.
Peel.
Did he say peel at one point?
Pronunciation.
Yeah, pronunciation has always been.
Pronunciation.
Jeez. All right, one more time.
I really wish Eli was playing too. We'll get you out there before the tournament. Look, if you hit it off the grid, good luck finding the ball.
Yeah.
But if you can keep the ball in play a little bit easier right now. And if you have a caddy, the green structures are hard. Figure things out. It's not as penal.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
It's not as penal as.
Hey, just mark it.
No, don't. It's not as penal as.
That'll be the end of the show. We'll drop.
The hell was I trying to say?
God only knows.
There's two different pronunciations of that word you're looking for.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, one is the not one you were wanting.
Hey, Chess, check this out.
Doesn't Rosengarten sound like your drunk uncle who's sitting at your kitchen table at 12 o'clock on a Friday
just
night?
waiting for him to leave.
He's telling you about golf, and you're just like, okay, yeah.
I went off the fair, off the grid.
All right, there's Craig Rosengarten as candidate number 1. Candidate number 2, it's Monty. The word he was looking for here is cremation.
So we're at your funeral. It's an open casket. We're like, damn it, they're about to put him in the ground. It's our last chance. And we bring that, that dentist mold stuff to put on your penis so your girlfriend slaps
This is what we wanted. This is what he wanted. We agreed.
Proof.
Yep. We agreed to
I'm
this.
having to hold
No,
it
we
back.
just show up to the wake with a glass D, just hold it there.
Boy, that would be real beaten as they're pulling you out of the God, I'm blanking on the machine that burns you, and we have to funnel you into your little glass D.
What do you think it is?
Why am I blanking on that name? The word.
Incinerator?
I guess that would be right, but I'm thinking of more of the actual I'm just blanking on it completely now.
I think you could get it.
I don't like this.
Yeah, we got time to kill.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Words with Monty.
Don't sniff into the microphone because you don't know.
Shh. Just let him go.
Yeah, he's got it.
Don't type.
Don't type.
No, I'm trying to watch this lady.
No,
again.
He's bookmarking that lady for later.
Bookmarking it. Burned after dead. Word.
There's no way that spits out.
Cremate.
God,
That's what I was
took
looking
you
for.
forever.
So after you cremate,
I got news for Monty.
After
It
they
gets
pull
worse.
you out of the cremate,
Yeah.
he was looking for, I thought, furnace or
Okay,
something
there you
like that.
go, yeah.
Incinerator is also one you could have used.
But I guess he was trying to
engine.
come up with cremate or cremation, and he just couldn't think of that word.
When they burn you after dead.
We all go we all go there at some point. You just can't think of that word. What is that word? All right, there's Monty as candidate number 2. Candidate number 3, Creighton Branch. Now, he was running the board for Ham in the afternoon, and part of that responsibility, you got to read the sponsors for why today doesn't suck. He wasn't ready, and I think this is called on-air panic.
And now, here are your hosts, Sean Bass and David Mino.
Sweet spot. Special thanks today to our fighter Blake, who's about to kick some ass next week at Fight Night. And at 2:55, it's the Barefoot Bandit, Creighton. With
and
the
now,
microphone.
the sponsors.
there's the microphone.
We've got give me the Vin.com diagram. No, wait, what are we doing here? Give me the Vin.com and ET's Market and Bakery.
What?
Thank you.
You're going to start that again?
Yeah, let's just give me the
start the segment.
Give me the Venn diagram.
Okay.
Huh.
My third grade teacher.
For what it's worth.
Give me the Venn diagram.
For what it's worth, Tyler was asking for another e-brake. Not that counts, but never mind. Give me the Vin.com and ET's Market and Bakery.
Thank you, Creighton.
Thank you, Creighton.
Appreciate y'all.
I want to know what give me the Venn diagram is.
Yeah, there's a Venn diagram of ticket board ops and insane people, and it's almost entirely overlapped.
It's the same thing. It's a circle.
Yeah.
Man, that is some on-air panic right there. Give me the Venn diagram.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody read anything faster.
Yeah, that was some real fast talk in there, too. Sounded
So
like an
metal
auctioneer.
bats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so those are your three candidates. Rosengarten, Monty is candidate number 2, and candidate number 3, Creighton. 888-787-1310. Hello, you are on the ticket. Who you vote for?
Yes, I'd like to vote for Rosengard's Penis Golf and Hooter Brown.
Thank you. Hello, you're on Ticket Radio. Who you like?
Hey, Musers.
Hey, who's this?
No.
Take a lucky guess.
It's Bloody Murder Girl.
You are right. Anyways, I vote for Monty.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Number 1. They love her in the control room. Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins? Hello.
Good morning, guys. It's Ivy Bag. How are you?
Hey.
I'm the nurse that took care of George last year when he dehydrated.
Yeah.
So glad.
She didn't sound like this. Who you vote for?
Okay, sorry. I vote for Monty.
Oh man,
Sorry,
you dropped the voice, and now
now
it's a completely different voice.
Sorry, man. Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins the emergency break of the week?
Hey, boys, E-brake man, and covering some Dale Hansen this week. He's part of mine. He's part of mine. He might be penile on the brand. He's part of mine.
Thank you, E-brake man. Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins the E-brake?
Who is this?
Who is this?
This is Fred.
Hey, Fred.
And Lyman Flower Mound. How y'all?
Okay.
Didn't ask.
I'm super nervous about voting. Am I the deciding vote?
No, but just vote.
Just please.
Hey, stop for a second. Let me collect myself.
Move on.
Okay, you're out of time. Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins?
Good morning, George.
Morning.
Who's this?
Yeah, this is James LeBron.
Okay.
New character. All right, come on, give him some space here. What you got?
I'd like to vote for Rosengarten Craig. He is the Jackson Pollock of speaking.
Okay. We'll cut you off there while you're ahead. Thank you. Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins the e-brake?
Hey, boys. How about a little McMurtry karaoke hotline?
Oh, boy.
Okay, let's go.
Let's chase tornadoes, just you and me, Craig.
You've got it wrong already.
What?
Just you and me. You don't often catch them, but man, when you do, it's
just me and you. Damn it.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, don't yell at him.
Thank you. I'm going to go die now.
No.
You want to vote? I guess not. Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins?
Morning, boys. I will take Craig, and you'll have a good day.
See,
that is how
that's
you
all
vote.
you got to do, right
That's
there.
the way to do it.
Hi, you're on the ticket. Who wins? Hello. Hey.
Gosh, it's a bullfrog.
Tell you what, I'm just over here scatter voting while wondering what happened to that Arthur Richard Jefferson gentleman that Followell went off on.
Good God, this voice.
It's so awesome.
Anybody know what happened to that
I don't know
cat?
what happened to Arthur Jefferson. No. Mm-mm.
Oh, sorry, I misnamed him, but yeah, just give me that crazy golf nut. That boy's nuts.
Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a winner, Craig Rosengarten.
I really wish Eli was playing too. We'll get you out there before the tournament. Look, if you hit it off the grid, good luck finding the ball.
Yeah.
But if you can keep the ball in play a little bit easier right now. And if you have a caddy, the green structures are hard. Figure things out. It's not as penal.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
It's not as penal as.
Hey, just mark it.
No, don't. It's not as penal as.
That'll be the end of the show. We'll drop.
The hell was I trying to say?
God only knows.
There's two different pronunciations of that word you're looking for.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, one is the not one you were wanting.
Hey, Chess, check this out.
Gosh.
Is Rick pulling down his pants at that moment?
Yeah. Hey, check this out.
Let me save us here. All right, how many is that for Craig Rosengarten?
That is Craig Rosengarten's 32nd e-brake win. He is now 105 behind the all-time leader, Norman Penile Hitzkes.
Okay.
By the way, I think I've located Arthur Jefferson.
Where's he?
Would he have played high school football around here in the late 90s?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because there was an Arthur Jefferson that went on to Louisiana Tech, a running back.
That's right. That sounds right.
3 seasons, 51 carries, 239 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Okay. All right.
It's not really locating him, though. That was a while ago.
I located him as of 2001. Let's welcome into the studio our old friend Zippy the Clown.
Boy, it's been a while.
Hi, Zippy.
Good morning, Musers!
Morning.
Are you ready for some Friday funnies?
Friday, sure.
You like my crazy nose and my floppy shoes?
Yeah, look at those big old blue shoes he's got.
It's all very funny.
What do you call an alligator in a vest?
An alligator in a vest.
An investigator!
God. It's a terrible way to start.
Who's getting warmed up here?
What's brown and sits on a piano stool?
Brown sits on a piano stool. I don't
Beethoven's last movement? I have a stepladder because my real ladder left when I was just a kid.
Oh, my God.
All right, that's funny.
The only memory I have of my real father was when I started crying when he was in the kitchen cutting onions.
Oh.
Onions was such a good dog. Speaking of dogs, I was reading a great book about an immortal dog the other day.
Oh, yeah?
And you know what? It was impossible to put down.
Okay. All right.
You know, of all the inventions of the last 100 years, the dry erase board has to be the most remarkable.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure is.
Did you know that Karl Marx has a historically famous sister?
No.
Yes, she was an inventor. She invented the starting pistol.
Starting pistol.
Her name was Anya.
Anya?
Anya Marks.
Oh, God.
What's the difference between swine?
So bad.
What's the difference between swine flu and bird flu?
I don't know. We should.
Bird flu requires tweetment, and swine flu requires ointment.
So bad.
You know it's hard to explain puns to kleptomaniacs because they always take things literally. Whoa!
Yeah.
Yes!
What kind of animal are you?
How many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman?
How many?
None!
God.
He always puts a potato face.
What do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question?
What?
What did the egg...
Okay, I like that.
Whoa! What did the egg say to the pot of boiling water? It's going to take me a minute to get hard. I just got laid this morning. A dad says to his son, "Son, if you don't stop masturbating, you'll go blind." The son says, "Dad, I'm over here."
Here we go.
I went to a strip club the other day, and this guy with premature ejaculation, he comes out of nowhere.
Okay, bye-bye.
He's leaving. There goes Zippy. Maybe the last time we ever talked to Zippy. Who knows?
He left with that joke.
Now we have to carry on after that.
Gosh.
You all right? Did you run into Zippy on his way out?
Yeah, who was that guy? He was,
That was
like
Zippy.
dressed all strange.
The clown. Yeah, he was a clown.
He was dressed like a clown.
Patreon.com/sportsgreek.
Okay, time for fantastic Friday fan feedback. You can reach us on Twizzler, Discord, email, and telephone, 888-787-1310, although we haven't taken calls in quite some time. We talked about napping, the power nap, and how that's supposed to boost not only your health, but your creativity and your energy levels if you take it sometime between the 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. period. And we were calling on employers to start providing nap accommodations for P1s. Someone sent me a news story. It's from back in 2011, but Stan Richards at the Richards Group, he had nap rooms there at the ad agency.
Huh.
Is the Richards Group still around?
I think so.
Think so.
Okay. They're a big player.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the size of a walk-in closet. It had just white walls in there, and it was kind of a chase lounge that you could maneuver around however you wanted to get comfortable in. I guess it's adjustable. And you could take naps in there.
I think it's a good idea.
But they, he says in this article, they interviewed Stan Richards. He said that they weren't that popular. People didn't use them. I wonder if there's still a stigma of...
Yeah, you're seen as lazy if you go in there.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know that today's younger worker would still think that way, that you'd be seen as lazy going in there and doing it. Like the old idea of, you got to be Charlie Hustle all the time.
Well, if you can even get that younger worker to come into the office.
Okay, all right.
You don't have to go in, man. I'm going to work from home.
This is ridiculous.
By the way, the Richards Group is still around, but they've rebranded. They're now known as TRG.
The Richards Group.
Yeah, TRG.
Stan Richards, still...
Yeah, he was the sheriff, played safety at Texas and
Stanley
Chargers.
Richards.
Oh.
Is Stan Richards still
I
wish we knew.
Says I wish we knew.
It looks like he is.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yes.
In the article about him, it says that it named some other famous nappers. Can you name some famous nappers?
Einstein.
He napped?
Yep. Famously.
Let's see if I can. Snoop, Eminem.
Those are rappers.
Oh, yes. So, yes, Craig gets one of them. Albert Einstein. I never heard this about him.
Yeah, I knew that.
Did you know that, George?
Mm-mm.
Albert Einstein, famous napper. Winston Churchill.
John F. Kennedy. We choose to do this and the other things not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
I'm going to declare Phoebe.
That always drove me crazy in that speech. It's like his speech was all well worded and everything, and then he gets to the end and he's like, we choose to do this and the other things because it's not because it's easy, because
this,
it's
that,
hard.
and the other things.
No, we choose to do this and the other things.
Oh, he
I
didn't
think
say
is what-
that?
No.
Oh, he wasn't using the old saying?
No.
Okay.
I don't think he was. I think it was just we choose to do this
and the other things.
and the other things.
That is a little bit of a give up.
Maybe I got it wrong. Ronald Reagan, napper.
Well, when you get my age, you got to nap, and you nap with mommy.
Oh, gosh.
Napoleon.
Dynamite?
No, regular Napoleon.
Lucky.
That's what he's known as now, is regular Napoleon. Thomas Edison. And this says George W. Bush.
Let's call him
now,
up.
he listens to the show. At least some of his guys do.
Thanks, buddy.
You bet.
You bet.
Big George.
For some reason I don't know. I doubt he's a napper. What did George W. Bush and Winston Churchill have in common?
They are nappers.
Well, yes.
Nailed it.
Yes, but
I
in
got it
addition
right.
to that.
Oh, they both like to paint.
That's right. And for some reason, I think maybe George W. Bush was inspired by Churchill.
I think
to
that's
paint.
right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And the DMA
Well,
actually has a nice little section of the Reeves collection. You can go back in there and you can see Winston Churchill's paints and several of his paintings in there because he was good friends with Wendy Reeves and her husband, and they later donated their collection to the DMA. And so you get to see, and then box of Churchill's cigars and a lot of his personal items are there at the DMA.
I've seen that. Some of his letters to Wendy, I believe.
Yeah. It's very cool. And it's a very small, intimate little area that it's in the at the DMA.
So
it's
you're
cool.
saying Churchill would just sit down and paint? He just painted.
Yeah.
Can you let ticket drops go?
Well,
What do you mean ticket drops?
We're
Let's just
having
talking to
a
Gordo.
conversation.
For a second.
You're
All right.
That's a safe one, though, because it's less than 10 years.
Hello. P1 Rick clarifies something we were talking about today. I was asking about those little shells that you pick off of trees, and I would always put them on my shirt. Some people are real creeped out by that. The shedded skin of an insect, but they have claws, and you can hook them on people. He says those shells that you see are from cicadas, which are the bugs you see flying and hear singing all day and are incredibly loud in the summer evenings. You've likely never seen or heard a locust, as North America has no native locusts.
Huh. Okay.
So is it the cicadas or the locusts that are coming out of the ground on their 13 or 17 year cycle? I thought it was cicadas,
That's what
right?
I thought.
Cicadas.
Yeah.
Well, who's talking about locusts?
You.
Oh, I was? Well, screw me. What do
Do
I
we
know?
still have a cicada problem?
I do. My home. And they're kind of crazy looking. And they always die looking like they should be in good shape.
Yeah.
Like you're looking at
What do you
going,
mean
that
they
thing-
should be in good shape?
Well, I mean, it's like got all of its color. It looks nice.
Legs
It's got,
are okay.
Yeah. But all of a sudden it's dead. How long do those things live?
I don't know, but there's nothing worse than getting one of those in your collar and you're thinking it's a bumblebee or something.
That's the
It's just
June
like,
bug. The June bug is the one that creeps me out the most.
No, the cicada making that noise. I always think it's a mammoth bee.
Well, the June bug makes the mammoth bee sound.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of June bugs. You must be soft.
They're smaller than cicadas, for sure.
When you were a kid and you learned that crickets made that noise by rubbing their legs together, did that freak you out?
I'm not sure that that's true.
That's what we were told.
I know, but I think science is pulling a fast one on us. How does it make that sound?
It just does.
You just sit down
And
and
why?
play.
Why is it?
Dude.
Drop it. I'm serious.
Drop what?
Drop talking about Beethoven or Mozart and sitting down and painting. You're obsessed with that for some reason. Brian tweets this and it says, "Hey Gordon, here's a comment for hashtag Quad F, QUADF. Fantastic Friday fan feedback."
Okay.
I bet you if I clicked on that hashtag, there would only be one tweet in the history of Twitter that has that hashtag. Anyway, he says, "I think," this is his theory, "Giorgio had a conversation with his significant other about their celebrity hall pass list. And he chose J-Lo, and it caused a huge fight. And now he has to rail against her every time she's mentioned to try to make good."
That's a great
on
theory,
that.
but I will bet you $1 zillion that is
Okay,
not true.
That's not
That's
a
not
real
even a
figure.
She has nothing to do with
What?
it.
But you see
She's
how
also like you. She's appalled that because at home I have this line of humor too when she'll have some note about Ben Affleck or J-Lo. It's like, who cares? I'm sorry.
She's appalled that you hate J-Lo so much, too. It's unexplained
I
to
don't
her.
want to
She
say it as
understand
hate.
it.
I don't want to hate anyone. I just really don't need to hear daily updates. I don't need a ranch report every day about J-Lo.
But Giorgio, we talk about J-Lo maybe twice a year.
That's too much.
All right.
You're not going to win.
I can see. I did not gain a millimeter in this discussion.
I am
just
dug
now.
in. You're going nowhere.
But when I first bring her up, you say, why do we have to have another update on J-Lo? We haven't talked about her in 7 months.
Maybe because I had an update the night before or something from at home.
So is the significant other, is she way into J-Lo or something?
I wouldn't say way in, but she doesn't understand because I just don't think you're very nice about her. And I know, it's terrible. I need to stop. So I'm trying to stop.
We're just trying to understand why there is that animosity and rancor there.
I don't know. Some people wind you up. She's just mine.
I do find it hilarious that you have not recognized the returns all morning.
They've been
since
J-Lo.
Have they really?
See? And it's been decent music. You're fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
What's that bass line? She's playing a great bass line there.
Bro. She ain't playing.
It's not even a real bass. Okay, well, on that line, as us trying to understand why you don't like her, Jill says this. She says, Gordon, most people have a celebrity nemesis. Someone they kind of hate, but they aren't really sure exactly why. It's fun to ask people who their celebrity nemesis is. George's is J-Lo, obviously, among George's celebrity nemesis. He seems to have a lot of them.
I don't either.
She continues, and it has to be illogical, she says. It's not like, you can't say like Trump or Kamala or R. Kelly or Woody Allen or somebody that, okay, you know why someone doesn't like someone else, right? She says, mine used to be Mandy Moore, and now it's Ariana Grande. So celebrity nemesis, someone that just
I think a lot
kind
of
of
people have
annoys
them.
you and gets under your skin.
And it's probably just the person you're tired of hearing so much about. It's just like, okay, I get it. She's famous, awesome.
I don't think I have one. I mean, Sully, but those are for obvious reasons.
What's
Not
the
really.
obvious
guy
reason?
saved lives.
186 people.
And then he never turned down an opportunity to tell you about it.
He did.
Either in book form, movie form, interview form.
He was able to pick and choose.
Yes, he turned down a lot of
about
interviews. And he mentioned that in the 5,000 interviews that he did.
He
turned down a lot of interviews.
Right. And on his Twitter page, he will always remind you of the anniversary of his heroics and talk at length
because
about it.
People ask him to come on to talk about the anniversary. That's not his fault. He's accommodating.
Then I guess Sully is mine.
See there? Okay.
You're the only person in the
some
world.
headway on something. Today.
You're the only person in the world I know that has a problem with Sully Sullenberger.
It's a weird
celebrity
nemesis.
Weird. A guy saves lives. It's a feel-good story, and you're just
and
ready
you hate
to
it.
rip
It's not
it.
weird.
Audrey asks us, what is your go-to music for getting hard? Not fun chores done.
What?
It is the way she worded it, and I did rear up when I first read it. I was like, oh my gosh. But yes, do you guys, when you're doing chores, do you put on music?
As much as I love music, no.
Any Luther Vandross, I guess, would be the answer.
No, stop it. You're answering the other way. You know, when I'm working or sitting down, I think that I always do it in silence.
Yeah, I do too.
Like I find things can be distracting. Now, other people are the exact opposite. They work better with music or listening to the ticket or something. They just have it on. But when I'm having to focus and, like if I'm rebuilding a lawnmower engine, that's just a wild example.
Yeah,
that I have no idea what, I mean, just thin air. But yeah, silence. That way I can hear God's voice a little bit more easily. It's important to listen to the universe and what he's trying to say to you. So, but if I was to put on music, I do sometimes. When I'm in the mood, we'll put on some really hard Meshuggah. She uses Pantera. I would do Meshuggah. You ever listen to them?
No.
Mm-mm.
I'm not
Don't
sure
know a
that
thing
you would
about 'em.
like it, but it's fascinating because I used to watch videos analyzing their songs. It's really intricate and technical, and dudes playing crazy drums. It's great. All right, we're kind of out of time for the guy. The least attractive hobbies a man can have, according to Women's. It's a really good topic.
Let's pay off.
Okay. It was a joke tweet that this woman did, but it got people mad. What do you think would be topping Women's list of the least attractive hobbies a man could have?
Antique Barbie collecting.
That's
Antique
George's
Barbie. It's
hobby.
so dumb.
Seems
Mike
oddly
McCarthy
specific.
Laughed at that. The top of her list was what was very controversial. She had playing video games.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I could see that. I don't think women find guys who sit at a console all day attractive.
Collecting figurines was second. Magic tricks was third.
Okay.
Then building model trains was on the list. Taxidermy as a hobby?
Huh.
That's more of a red flag hobby, right?
Yeah.
If the guy's out in the
Maybe.
garage
Could
sewing
be.
an old animal together.
Could be.
Comic book collecting.
Could see that.
Bird watching.
Could see that.
Okay, why is that, though? Because a guy being into nature, is that really
Yeah,
unattractive to a woman? I think it has something to do with the hat and the fact that they're usually wearing Crocs or cargo shorts while bird watching.
And binoculars.
It's the outfit. Yeah, it's the
Binoculars
look of it.
implying you need help physically.
Right. Just something about all of it looks really weak and beta.
Yeah.
Somebody else, another P1, added to the list and said metal detecting. And I think
Yes.
that's for the same reason as because bird watchers and metal detecting guys are kind of dressed the same way in a lot of times. They're all shorts and Crocs or flip-flops or something weird looking on their feet.
Yeah.
And they always have the sun hat
Really
on.
long shorts.
So least attractive. But when I think about it, I don't know that women have. Although one commenter to this tweet said, hey, women have unattractive hobbies too, and he named Taylor Swift and astrology. But they're not unattractive. They're just kind of annoying, right?
Right.
If they're way into it. But you don't, it's like, it's not a chubby killer.
I think that's a great list. Almost all of those individually are really could be very much fun and enjoyable video games, but I can see where a woman would look at any man doing any of those and just be put off completely.
Yeah.
It's a good list.
So we'll hear from our female P1s. What are the most attractive hobbies a guy can have and the least attractive? And we'll follow up.
I bet they're whipped by golf, too.
Yeah, I think that golf is
especially as much
neutral
time
one.
as it takes and all that.
Yeah, they can be annoyed, but that's being more annoyed by the hobby versus does a guy, the look of him playing golf, is that physically unattractive?
And talking golf and telling them about the round and all that. Maybe I guess that's annoying, but
we'll find
same
out.
kind of thing.
We'll listen to women because women's voices are important.
That's what this show does.
So
we listen to women.
That's what the show has always been about.
All right, Gordo, thanks. That's the corner.
Thank you so much, Sean. We have 6 candidates this week, and you will hear a couple of familiar names from this morning. So a nice little week for these fellas. Starting off with our technical director from yesterday and today, one Creighton Branch, who we realize has done every board op position this week because he filled in for Tyler on Monday. He's done the top 10.
Yes.
And he's also done the 12 to 7 shift.
We call that hitting for the cycle.
More opportunities to get nominated for an e-brake.
It's a lot going on.
So this morning we had Give Me the Venn diagram.
Genius.
Great. We're going to have to put that in the open.
Yep.
But this other one was from the morning when Deddy was going to read a 40-liner and the board operator did not have him in program.
This is Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
Daft Punk. Tour comes to Dickies Arena on November 15th with special guests Charlie Crockett and Hermanos Gutierrez.
Okay. Who's coming?
Did you not have me in program one at the beginning there? Okay.
Uh-oh. Hi, EA.
Leon Bridges, the Leon Tour comes to Dickies Arena on November 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Daddy's scolding you, that's not good.
not gonna lie, I didn't realize that much got cut off. Like
the whole first half.
It sounded like we missed about 3 seconds. No wonder he. So yeah, I can explain. This is totally explainable. We were talking to somebody downline. Oh, we were on Clean Feed. And, you have to be in a different program, right?
We know that the listener doesn't know.
I know.
They don't care.
I don't care, but I'm telling you two because you guys are...
Okay.
Anyways,
I'm listening.
We didn't take him... Daddy was still in program 3. We didn't put him back into the one that puts him on
Daddy
there.
wanted to talk to someone downline?
Yeah, he was talking to...
Was it Dave Raymond?
It was David Moore. He was talking to David.
Very EA of you just
Okay,
now.
so whose fault was this?
Well,
it's Creighton.
Okay, so there you go.
I mean, I'll take the blame. I don't mind. It's all good.
But that's why. But yeah, we got the nice little Daddy laugh here. And I don't like the amount of oomph he put on this name here.
Crockett and Hermanos Gutierrez.
What's wrong with that? That's how you pronounce it.
He's proud he got there, man.
It's like when you get the refill of salsa and you go, gracias.
It's not like that. You're just...
Gracias, amigos.
Yeah, you're just pronouncing their name right.
All right. It is on Creighton. Candidate number 2 here
Numero dos.
is Travis Mejia. Now, he is not playing Den Mother here. Here, he says something he finds really funny and has to stop down the show so everyone else can laugh.
I mean, shouldn't feed him with a fork.
Well, even your hands, man.
Just kind of throws it. He catches it. My dog is the Randy Moss of catching food out of the air.
Horse racing, Randy Moss?
No. The
Cowboys Thanksgiving Dame.
He catches everything. So you don't have to even use your hand. You just throw it up, and he's kind of looking back, looking at the coverage.
Yes, like the dogs on Flight of the
They're in
Navigator.
zone? I got this. He just kind of runs a dig route. He'll catch that piece of turkey in a minute.
I was really cracking up on my misspeak.
What did you say?
So, like, I tried to say...
I don't know, but I just saw what Ham did, and I was like, oh, okay.
I was trying to say Randy Moss. I said Handy Moss.
Oh, did you really? Okay.
Handy
Is that what you call it?
I've seen those videos.
Hey, I'm going to visit Handy Moss, honey.
Again? You were just there last week.
Man, he's always around.
Always
available.
He's just got like an array of lotions on a tool belt.
Again, Travis laughs.
Nobody will laugh into their mic louder than Travis.
And I love it.
Like when we laugh, we usually like bend over or fall back, and you can still hear us laughing, but he will just get right up on the mic and just.
He didn't when he delivered what the punchline was, though. Here, he had like no confidence right here.
I was really cracking up on my misspeak.
Sounds like he took a bong rip.
Also a nice reference, the horse racing Randy Moss.
That's a good one.
That bit the invasion at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They were duped.
That was a sick joke.
If you have to be good at giving hanges, be the Handy Moss of them.
Yeah.
Right, Travis? Thank you, bud.
Good laugh.
All right, there's Travis as candidate number 2. Candidate number 3 here is his host, Matt McLaren, who got a couple of words mixed up in the worst way possible.
500 for language arts.
A way of writing words that matches how they sound rather than how they look.
A way of writing words. Writing words, how they sound. Yeah. Interesting. I do not know this. Rather than how they look. I have no idea. Calligraphy? What is calligraphy?
Not calligraphy.
What is a homophobe?
Whoa. Why would you call me that?
Homophone.
That was really mean.
What is a homophone?
Okay.
Whoa. I'd like to steal it. What is phonically?
A good correction there by Landry.
Phonically?
Phonically.
I don't know. We need to pull that, though.
What is phonically?
Use that.
And also pull the drop of what is homophobe.
Homophobe.
I was listening to that in my car saying homophone, or homophone.
It's
What
homophone.
homophone?
Yeah.
And thinking he's going to say homophobe, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he
sure
did.
Luckily, he had Landry there to correct
When you grow up in Rockwall, that's what happens.
I don't think you have to know. You know what those are in certain cities. You don't have to ask. All right, there is Matt McLaren. He is candidate number 3 here on the NIT break. Candidate number 4, we have a double dip here from the T-Box. We start with Rick Arnett. They both say names kind of funny. Rick Arnett is up first.
There you go. So they'll play. They'll play.
Tough life, traveling and everything, and he's got triplets that are now at that age.
That's when you want to travel. I'm talking about. He's got a built-in excuse. You know what I'm talking about, Dads.
Speaking of penile, he's got triplets. It's a lot of kids.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he only had to do it
Make
once.
yourself laugh again. Boy, Eli is cracking himself up
He
today.
is cracking himself up. All right, $8.49 on the ticket. T-Box out of Crest Cars, crestcars.com, Volvo, Cadillac, and Infiniti. And up next, Infiniti.
I think that's not right.
It's close. John Rahm.
He had no time to stop down, whereas if Craig did that, they would have dogpiled him for an hour.
Not right.
Infinity.
To infinity and beyond.
Infinity.
Oh, Rick.
And
I like it.
Rosen was quick, though, to go, wait, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. But luckily, we do have Rosen there as well. Yes. And he said his co-host's name a little funny.
It's like a toy store for golfers. It's just, so awesome. So check it out. It's PGA Tour Superstars. Don't forget $50 off if you mention us, the T-Box, when you check out.
All 3 of us.
Yep.
You got to go T-Box, Rick, Craig, Eli.
3 bucks. Eli. Eli. Would you change the accent on that? Okay, let's limp out of this one. But yeah, anyway, PGA Tour Superstores.
He just went full Christopher Walken, the Foo Fighters.
Or Carlisle.
Like Carlisle.
Eli.
I just like how over it sometimes Rick gets. He's like, let's just limp out of here.
Let's just go.
Well, that was the third e-break they had from that one show.
It's magic every Saturday morning.
Eli.
Right. There is Rick as candidate number 4 and Rosen as candidate number 5. We wrap up the NIT nominees here with, you heard him earlier, Landry Locker. Like you said, Mino, I heard this live and I about fell out because, mind you, it's about 10:20 when you hear this clip, and you will hear why it is an e-break.
No, it's not Billie Eilish. It's some generic, super produced guy who had a #1 song on the top 40.
That narrows it down. Absolutely not.
We'll figure this out. I mean, it's fairly recently, too.
Oh, okay.
God, I cannot remember the guy's name.
How does the song go?
I couldn't even tell you.
Biggie Small?
He likes some Post Malone stuff.
Posty's got a new album.
Yes, he does. Yeah, I heard it was really awesome. It's
it might
a country
be more
music. Great song.
Pat Greeny than normal Posty, but
well, I might be in for that then. Oh, I'm in for that.
Coming up, Dak Prescott says everything's cool, and there's something going on in NFL media now.
Hey, we're real early.
That's driving me nuts. Oh, I'm way early.
Yeah. Real early.
E-breakish. I thought we were way late. I was thinking,
no.
hey, I thought we were way
I
late.
wondered, okay, no. We're
Hey,
not late.
dump that so that tease doesn't get ruined, please.
We got it.
I don't
Don't worry.
I don't want it twice. Let's make sure that people don't hear that.
We are
I
off
thought I was
to
saving your ass, and really I was making myself look bad.
Makes way more
We will
sense
hear
now.
that. We will hear that again later on.
He's trying to break about 8 minutes early.
What time did you say that was?
Like 10:20.
10:20.
Yeah.
Just started the show. How long did the segment go until that? Was it just like 5 minutes? And he's like, you know what?
I think because sometimes the Musers will end their mix early,
Yeah.
so they'll start like at 10:10. So they've been going for probably 10 minutes, but yeah, he looks up and not his normal clock.
Yeah, maybe the clock was different in Houston or ESPN or wherever.
You could just hear him early on trying to wrap it up, and then he's trying to end it.
Like, wait a minute. No, we're not going to do a 25-minute segment.
He's probably not used to all
Keep going.
The insanity that is the ticket.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
used to more Guy Sports radio.
All right, is it Creighton? Is it Travis? Is it Matt McLaren, Rick Arnett, Craig Rosengarten, or Landry Locker? Let's start with our sub, Creighton. Who's today's winner?
Creighton.
Voting for myself in that Daft Punk bed.
All right. Let's just go around the horn. Sean?
I think Handy Moss is too funny. And Travis had crazy laughs all over the place, so I'm picking that one.
Mino?
I'm with Sean. Handy Moss was very funny. Stop down the show. Good e-break.
Lando?
I'm going to go with Creighton.
Deciding vote.
So I get to decide here.
What would you have voted for?
I probably would have voted for Landry.
Okay.
But
That's a good one, too.
Will break the tie. And you know what? Congratulations, Creighton.
Whoa!
You have won your
Creighton!
first NIT break, and to show you he's not a bad sport, Travis is having a good time.
Oh, my God.
Is that NIT number 1 for Creighton?
That is the first NIT break for Creighton.
Creighton, congratulations.
Welcome in.
Hell of a week, the week of Creighton. It's 2:52. Why Today Doesn't Suck is next.
Once again, The Ticket presents Why Today Doesn't Suck.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you! Wow!
And now, here are your hosts, Sean Bass and David Mino.
Sweet Spot is us, and we are ready for another Fantasy E-Break League season. And at 3 o'clock, it's Creighton Vander Esch.
E.T.'s Market and Bakery, givemethevin.com.
Thank you, Creighton. At 3 o'clock, we say hello to the Hardline, who sound like they are way over there. Still no Corby, but do we have Bob and do we have Dave?
We're in a whole other state.
Whoa!
Kind of tiny.
Like gaseous?
Hey now.
Check 1, 2.
There we go.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello, Ticket.
Strong, Davey.
Donde está?
Strong, Brittany.
Do you read us?
We got you.
Loud and clear.
We are at Circa Sports, downtown Las Vegas.
Hell yes.
Well, hello.
Going to the Bunny Ranch. Well, I'd love to hear.
They have a, right over there, they have a giant check. It's the Circa Million, and it says, your name here. You could win $16 million.
Okay.
It's a lot of cabbage.
Go put my name on there.
Yeah, I
My
mean, it
name is
looks like you can just write your name
Is that
in.
how easy it is? All right.
Do
Just
they
take it with you.
Your name here.
Do they give you the giant check if you win?
I hope so.
I bet.
They got to keep that bid around. That was awesome.
That is a great bit.
One of those big ones. I don't care.
Also, Ed McMahon knocking on people's door. That's a pretty good bit, too.
It'd be weird
Do
if-
you guys get that reference?
It'd be weird if Ed McMahon was at your door now.
You are correct, sir.
How old do you have to be to get the Publishers Clearinghouse door knock reference?
So, see, you would take these postage stamps and put it on this entry form to subscribe to magazines.
Gosh.
That you never would look at.
But that's okay because you
Wait,
also
what's a magazine?
you also got 13 CDs for a penny.
Can I get a 20 real fast? Creighton, do you know who Ed McMahon is? And be honest. Be completely honest.
Nah, dog.
Nah, dog?
Raw dog?
What are you, Randy Jackson?
I don't
Not
know.
for me, dog.
Okay, just
I'm
checking.
glad you started with Creighton.
Did he run the WWE?
That's Vince McMahon.
Yeah, had some.
Did he quarterback the Bears?
There's no way Creighton knows that.
Vince
85 Bears?
or Jim?
Jim.
I bet he does.
Creighton. Have you ever heard of Jim McMahon, Creighton?
I don't
No,
think
he doesn't.
so. Yeah, I don't.
How old are you, Creighton?
I'm 27.
Okay,
Do you know what the
that's fine.
Super
Zero
Bowl
chance.
Shuffle is?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you name any member of the 85 Bears?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say that back pretty quick.
What I was
Absolutely
gonna
turned
say, I was gonna
down.
say absolutely not, and I was gonna try to give myself more credit than that.
Okay.
Have you heard
Devin
of Walter
Hester.
Payton?
Well,
Devin
let's-
Hester was not
yeah,
on the
yeah,
85
yeah,
Bears.
yeah.
Let's let Creighton cook. Give us one.
Just- Walter Payton.
Okay, what about the
Dude.
refrigerator?
That's one. That's
I
great.
fed it to him.
Oh.
That's
Sorry.
it. No, but that's probably it. Honestly.
You don't know the fridge?
Who was the
about-
coach?
Refrigerator Perry.
Oh, Mike Ditka.
There you go.
Ditka.
Hey.
See?
I got that down. I know that.
Singletary?
Basically,
Did you know
NFL
Singletary?
story.
Oh yeah. See, if you start naming
He's
them
going
like
to be
that,
there all day.
but that's probably
you're-
it.
you're a
Let's
veritable
pump the
expert on
brakes.
What's Singletary's first name? Okay.
Devin.
Sure.
What is Mike Singletary's air conditioning situation?
Well, today is Friday,
Good one,
August 23rd, the 236th
Good one,
day
Dave.
of 2024. 130 days are left in the year. On this date in 1305, Scottish rebel leader
thank
Sir
you, Jimmy.
William Wallace executed by the English for treason.
He screamed freedom.
I hated
It was just
that.
something real humane.
He dropped the cloth, slow motion.
Lethal injection.
I wanted him to win Braveheart.
Well, he kind of won.
Did you bet the wrong way?
I was, man, I'm like,
triple play.
Hour and a half into Braveheart, I'm like, dude, he's totally winning this whole thing. I'm putting everything on William Wallace.
They didn't make a movie about William Longshanks, you know?
Right.
So in the end, William Wallace gets the dub.
In 1946, college football's all-star team beat the L.A. Rams 16-0 at Chicago's Soldier Field.
In a deluge.
Boy, Monty, you would have been a handful after that.
Now, it does seem like at that time the college team was integrated. The NFL, maybe not so much. The last, I looked up a little bit more, the last all-star win came in 1963 when the collegiate team, coached by legendary quarterback Otto Graham, beat Vince Lombardi's Green Bay Packers 20-17.
What happened, Bob?
What happened?
They didn't care. They were all wearing fishing hats while the third string played. Hey, along these lines, Monty, will you do me a favor? Will you Google something live on the air?
Sure, what do you got?
The 1919 Rose Bowl. Will you briefly look that up? Maybe click the Wikipedia page to that and tell me who played in the 1919 Rose Bowl.
With college football teams depleted due to World War I, they invited the team from the Marine Detachment at a naval air base.
And who did they play? Who did the Marines play?
It doesn't say here. Who did they play?
I'm seeing the Great Lakes Navy Blue Jackets.
Yes, the naval station in the Great Lakes, which I guess guarded Lake Michigan from World War I involvement. And who won the MVP?
It says here the MVP was won by, was it George Halas?
George Papa Bear Halas, the founder of the Chicago Bears, scored 2 touchdowns for the Great Lakes Navy Station to defeat the Mare Island Marines in the Rose Bowl in 1919.
And 25,000 people went to the game.
Holds the record.
With the sun setting just over the...
You are looking live.
Granddaddy of them all.
Now, a quick bonus point. What did George Halas do the very next year? What team did he play for the very next year?
Chicago Bears?
The New York Yankees. He was their right fielder.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Life.
It was a short baseball career,
Still.
but he played in right field before the Bambino.
So he took the donkey's place.
Sounds like a rabbit hole Bob went down this morning.
Recently, for sure. And is that a pretty wild little twist?
That is wild.
You're a sports historian, Bob.
The Navy played the Marines in the 5th Rose Bowl, guys. I want you to be blown away by that fact.
On the date in 1970,
substantially,
or 1973, a botched robbery in Stockholm resulted in a hostage situation. Over the course of a 6-day standoff, the captives formed an unlikely bond with their captor, giving rise to the term Stockholm Syndrome. How about that? In 1989, as punishment for betting on baseball, Reds manager Pete Rose accepted a settlement that included a lifetime ban from the game.
He accepted it. He didn't have to accept it.
Nope. It's all on him.
He bet.
One P1 birthday today. This is from Chris. Hey, guys. You were kind enough to share our birthday last year, so I want to shout out to my friend Becky, who shares my birthday tomorrow, August 24th. What's
up, girl?
I will be 56. She will be 23.
Whoa.
And yes, we are still together.
Hang on.
I have pictures.
How does that
to
math
prove.
work?
Oh, well, share those.
We're going to assume this is a recent relationship. And not press too much further.
We have questions
He
we want to
wasn't.
ask.
He wasn't waiting on the side of the stage as she graduated.
No, I don't think he was in the nursery.
At 36 years old?
Taking him out either. Birthdays today, Rudy Rudiger, 76.
Greatness.
Junior.
Junes.
Julio Franco, 66.
Greatness.
Keeper of the big gold.
Rick Smits is 58.
Pacer.
Frankenstein.
Good center.
Speaking of,
White
Darren
dude.
Collison, 37, who was a member of the
Not a white dude.
Throw the Basketball Cards on the Floor club. Did you say Darren Collison was a white dude?
No, I said not a white dude.
Okay.
You're thinking
We had
of
Rick
Nick
Smits, but-
Collison.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were thinking Nick Hall.
Do get those guys confused. Very similar games.
Rick Smith's a 1-2. Bonus points if you know his university.
Purdue.
Creighton.
We were looking for Marist.
Didn't even know
Marist.
that was a thing.
That was
Jeremy Lin,
Brian
26.
Demarest.
Frazier's sister-in-law.
That's a sick ref, I bet.
What?
That is a sick.
She was married to Niles.
Yeah.
Miles Mikolas, 36.
The Lizard King.
Former Ranger.
Turning 34 today, Seth Curry.
By the way, the Rick
Future
Smith
Maverick.
draft, the only
Yeah,
person
probably.
drafted before him, Danny Manning, who came up on a phone call with Corby today as I asked whether Ike's in Danny Manning's dorm.
Oh, yeah, in Kansas.
He found Danny Manning's stash.
Apparently
This
not.
old guy.
Seth Curry, by the way, I got to watch a bunch of people get disappointed at an academy when they thought Steph Curry was going to be there, and they're all holding Warriors jerseys, and Seth Curry shows up. He probably gets that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Turning 34
It's a lot of
today.
the same letters, too.
Yeah, it's just too close. Also turning 34, Taysom Hill. Turning 26 today, a lot of our new favorite Maverick, P.J. Washington.
All right.
Standing on business.
75 today, Shelley Long
Cheers.
from Cheers. Also
Diane.
turning 75, Rick Springfield. Turning 54 today, perhaps this will make a Friday fun, Jay Moore.
Huh. It's the ticket's very own Jay Moore.
That explains the Open.
Old friend.
Jay Moore.
Interesting take on Asian Americans.
That record for most uncomfortable laughter has not been broken since that year.
It'll never be broken.
Turning 53
Now he
today.
co-owns the Lakers, right?
He's one stroke away from making the decision.
How did
with
he?
LeBron.
How did he score Jeannie Buss?
Chicks love funny guys.
Good question, man.
I'd like to have your
She
job.
is gorgeous.
Right.
Turning
Where
53
you
today.
act all upset because Parcells says it, but you're carrying Jay Moore around on, on your shoulders.
Bone Crusher. 53 today. Scott Kahn is 48 of Entourage and Hawaii 5-0 and of James Caan's is nuts. Jared Fogle is 47.
Bob.
Big day for
It was
Another friend of
He was from Jonathan.
Fellow sandwich artist.
another man who's been in the ticket studios.
Which pant leg were you in?
He looked at me. He's like, "Here, you can have these, son."
Man,
Julian
I could fit-
Casablancas from the Strokes, 46.
Greatness.
I could
Nice.
fit 5 kids in these pants.
God. Marty York is 44. Mino. He was in the Sandlot.
Okay. 45.
Turning 43 today. Sam Horrigan, who played Spike in The Little Giants and Val and Brink.
What a day.
Boy, Spike.
A lot of.
Spike was a hell of a running back, although I don't feel like he projected well at the collegiate level.
Cowboy, right?
He was a cowboy.
Yeah, I wonder how Spike's doing in his 30s or
In his
40s,
adult
however he'd be
football
now.
league.
Yeah.
Turning 38 today.
He probably owns a Harrison Butker jersey.
A man who has been in 600 films. It's Will Pounder's birthday, which is a great name. He's been in films such as Fly Me to the Poon, Find My Phone, Pound My Ass.
Okay.
One of my personal favorites, Cue Ball Cream Pies. Jugs for Wiener Hugs. And this is spelled like the way.
Yeah, like
Pho.
What is wrong with you? That is the worst.
Vietnamese food.
Five.
There's actually a restaurant called that in Dallas.
Exactly.
You are running.
I'm a shock jock.
You man the dump button. You cannot have judgment that bad.
And you're gonna
You can't
give us some more.
You're gonna trust.
You can't put the title of a monarch after you say the word "fuck."
What in the world?
Goodness.
More than say no, then Kobe.
2, and you're done.
Shut it down!
Kobe better than LeBron.
Let's go!
Thanks for the point, Justin.
It's Dave.
Thank you. Well, today is New Music Friday, if you didn't know that. New releases come out on Fridays these days. And one of the big new releases that hits today is Short and Sweet, the new record by Sabrina Carpenter. And she is embarking on a tour. She's going to be playing the American Airlines Center. She sold it out in a hot second.
Jeez.
She is very, very popular right now. And to coincide with the album release of Short and Sweet, she has a brand new video for the first track on the album. It's entitled Taste. And it's a kind of a risque song because she's singing to another woman, and she is telling the woman that, have fun with this guy because when you kiss him, you'll taste me on his lips.
It's bold.
Yeah. And the reason I bring it up is because she also put out a video that accompanies this brand new single, and she has a co-star. And the co-star is Jenna Ortega, Bob.
Well, no.
So it's very cartoonish. So the entire video is Sabrina Carpenter and Jenna Ortega at odds with one another, fighting over this guy, and very much like the movie Death Becomes Her, if you remember that from the early 90s with, what's-her-face, Goldie Hawn, where they can't die, but they can be murdered in hilarious ways.
That's right.
So they keep on chopping each other's limbs off and stabbing each other, and it just keeps escalating until the end. They decide that neither of them wants the guy. But there is a key scene that I want to play for you, Bob, that I believe you might be interested in, and I would like you to do a little play-by-play if you don't mind.
Okay.
So we are 2:15 into the video, and they have just tackled one another at the bottom of the stairs, and then it's going to cut to a different scene.
Okay, there she's
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna is kissing and and now they appear to be kissing each other. And she just disemboweled her?
Yes.
With a chainsaw?
With a chainsaw, yeah. And then she fell into the pool. But then turns out it's the dude. But really, the key moment is the Sabrina on Jenna kiss that I feel like needs to be turned into a GIF and needs to be tweeted at Bob ad nauseum.
Can I stick my tongue down your throat? Why do you want to tweet it at me?
Because you need to plow through that.
Listen. By the way, Sabrina Carpenter 4'11".
Yeah. She's short and sweet.
Extremely short.
Yeah. Some might say a spinner, Bob.
Do you feel there is a level of short that's too short?
That's getting there. Definitely getting there.
Into the fours?
Yeah. Into the fours.
Isn't Simone Biles like 4'9"?
Yeah, she's like 4'9", 4'10", something like that.
Okay.
Okay, a couple of Vegas E-News nuggets for you.
Into the fours is a funny term, I guess.
Yeah, we when we were here for the Super Bowl, we experienced U2 at the Sphere together.
Boy, we did.
Well, for those who did not have the opportunity to see U2 at the Sphere, you are not entirely out of luck.
No.
Because they have just announced VU2, an immersive concert film at Sphere Las Vegas. And it's co-directed by The Edge. So it's going to start showing on September 5th. And they say it's the first ever film shot with Big Sky, which is a high-resolution camera system developed by Sphere Entertainment.
Jeez.
And so
they're rolling, man.
It is an immersive film that will transport audiences back to the U2 groundbreaking live Sphere shows and make you feel like you're there. So it's a concert.
But you actually are there.
Well, yes, you are actually in the Sphere, but you are watching a concert film of U2 at the Sphere, but it's going to be so hyper-realistic that you're going to feel like U2 is there in the room with you.
I feel like you've... A couple things here, if you don't mind. I
Sure.
don't know how pressing we are with other stories, but this side road, I have two separate veins. One, the big man called me today and asked if we were staying overnight and if we were going to see the Killers. Because the Killers, for a very limited time, are doing the Hot Fuss album with the original members.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, where
in
are
Las
they doing
Vegas
this?
right now. I don't know what the venue is, but it's in town, and it's.
I saw a billboard on the way here.
And it's not for long, I don't think. And,
we are unfortunately not staying.
And he indicated that he was very much interested in going, and then I told him, that'd be quite a music weekend with the new U2 film at the Sphere that Dave just told us about. But the other side road is tangentially related to this, and that is, dude, those English Premier League games that they are showing
at the Cosm?
At the Cosm in Dallas?
Yeah, up at Grandscape in the Colony.
If it's anywhere as cool as it looks like on Instagram,
yeah,
I need to check this out.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I have a group text with some friends, and we are going to arrange a Cosm field trip at some point.
Do they show you the whole match from like a seat in the corner, or do they switching cameras? How does that work?
They have their own cameras on site.
Yeah, so
how many?
Two different. Sphere is one thing. Cosm is different. It's owned,
but
by
it's the same people, though.
No,
right?
It's owned by Steve Wynn.
Oh, see,
the Sphere is owned by the Knicks guy.
The Knicks owner.
Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden, yeah, and I guess I thought
James Dolan.
James,
yes,
that's a good pull.
yeah.
I thought they were related.
No, they're similar, but not related. Yeah, so Steve Wynn is the Cosm guy, and right now there's only two Cosms in L.A. and now in the Colony. And
that's so wild.
And as Lando said, they have their own cameras whenever they have sporting events. So they have a number of college football games and Premier League games.
And UFC pay-per-views.
And so
the UFC looks amazing.
From what I can tell, they have the camera set up either, where you are in an end zone or you are at the 50-yard line or whatever. But then I think they also have monitors that are up above with like the broadcast view, and they pipe in the broadcast sound, so you can choose where you're looking. So, but it feels like you're there.
It looks so awesome. I hope it's as awesome as it looks.
Yes, I hope so too. And by the way, tickets for VU2 start at $100
to watch a movie.
Yeah, to watch a movie of a concert.
Wow.
Another residency that's coming to Vegas, and maybe this will resonate with Captain Vegas. Janet Jackson is doing a residency at Resorts World. And Resorts World is one of the newer places. And I know that when we were here for the Super Bowl, Donnie stayed an extra night to go party at Resorts World with his buddies. And so Janet Jackson is doing a residency beginning December 30th. She will have a show on New Year's Eve, and then 8 additional performances in 2025, including Valentine's Day.
Am I just not living in that world, or has she sort of disappeared for like 15 years?
Well, she just did a tour. So she just did like a 35-date tour for it was called Together Again. So
I guess I am not living in that world.
Yeah, she's been apart for a while,
okay,
but now we're together again. Let's see, a couple other notes for you before we have to get to either Joel Klatt or Friday Fun. Either one is going to be stupendous.
Yes.
And depending on which one is next, the other one will follow that.
And be equally stupendous.
Yes, but speaking of music, AC/DC's Back in Black has just become the 3rd best-selling album of all time in the United States.
Third, huh?
Yeah. It came out in 1980, and so in July, it was certified 26 times platinum, so that means 26 million copies. And then just a couple days ago, August 21st, it was certified 27 times platinum. So in just over
what a
month,
pace.
it sold another million copies. So that moved it ahead of Hotel California into third place. The Eagles' Hotel California is now fourth. Do you know the first two?
Best-selling albums of all time in the United States. I don't even know where to begin. Well,
I already mentioned one of the bands, and then the other one is the biggest pop star of all time.
Okay, so we're not talking any. Garth Brooks isn't going to ruin this party.
No.
Okay, so your Thriller.
Yes, Thriller is number 2, and the Eagles' Greatest Hits is number 1.
The Eagles' Greatest Hits, number 1.
Number 1 of all time.
Man, I would not have got that.
Yes, and lastly, we need to follow up on Alicia Silverstone because we were concerned that she might be dead.
Yes.
After she ate a random berry on the street
Did
in
she
London.
finally return your text?
Well, so some people were speculating that the berry that she was eating was nightshade, which can be deadly. But turns out it was a fruit known as the Jerusalem cherry, and it's mildly poisonous, but at worst it'll just make you puke. And so she has followed up, and she tweeted out that she says, "I'm alive and well. Don't worry, I didn't swallow."
There you go.
So that is your e-news.
Well, thank you, Miss Silverstone. Is it Miss or Mrs.?
Who could say?
Who could say?
Corby is not here, but we get the spirit of Corby with today's Friday Fun because several months ago, he, in a passing comment, said to me, "Why don't we start tracking all of the sexual comments that Dave makes and just see what happens? See what kind of volume we have, if it's something that could possibly benefit us on air in these situations." And it did not take long to realize there is a ungodly amount of Dave's sexual references that really are a joy going back and re-listening to. So
y'all think they're any more than anyone else.
Here's my penis.
So y'all were gone at the beginning of last month on vacation.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
picked this up at about midway through last month. So we've got about a month build up. We had
Is this the third edition or second edition?
third edition.
This is at least the third. Yeah. Do we have archives of the first two if necessary?
Yeah, they're
Okay,
definitely
I'd like
out
to-
there.
I'd like to sick some scientists on these and begin to
See if I'm
see
reissuing material.
if AI can pick up on patterns. But okay, it's the third version, third edition of the Dave double entendre montage. I look forward to this. Here we go.
Like Cleve with an A in there, in the middle of Cleve.
Yeah,
It's like
cleaver.
Like beef.
Yes, like beaver.
Just like beef.
Yes.
The sales
Beveland.
They almost named it Hatchet Wound, Ohio.
No, they never did. Not even close.
But again, just too long for the newspaper.
Yeah.
Megan Rapinoe?
Rapino.
Not Rapinoe. She's not Brazilian. The great Sue Bird sitting right next to her because I believe they sit next to each other an awful lot. And then
They sit on each other a lot, too.
You can't prove that.
If there's not a seat next to them, they have to, Dave. So, yes, you're welcome.
I believe they're married. And then Aubrey Plaza next to Sue Bird.
Okay.
And Aubrey Plaza had two things that if you were a detective, you would make note of. One, that she appeared plowed.
Like she had just been.
And speaking of Versailles, Salma Hayek, she carried the torch today.
Oh.
Her husband is some rich French
what?
dude.
Yeah,
She just
stuffed him in there.
Yeah.
No support.
She just TF'd the torch.
I did look at her in Playboy.
I'm happy you had the courage to do
Thank
that,
you.
Corby.
Thank you very much.
She had a
did it-
lazy nipple that matched her lazy eye.
That's weird.
It was written by James Mangold, the director, and a guy named Jay Cox.
Sorry, Hand J. Cox. Would you like to hear a little bit of Timothy Chalamet as Bob Dylan singing?
And if you want MLB Network and the At Bat app,
Yeah.
you can pay $6.99 a month. Now,
all the Sierra
this,
Santos
Hang
you
on.
can
I
handle.
need to, I need to write this down. So, also, I need an email to the company if I can ask if I can pause Sierra Santos when she's wearing cool clothes.
Right, and if you can bid on her used panties.
Dave, too far.
He brings up a good point.
Can you pause and zoom in on the stream?
Right. So my TV is just one big, tight boob.
But
for baseball.
Yeah,
Honey, what
for
are
baseball.
you watching? What do you mean?
MLB Network, come on.
Yeah, sports. It's my job.
By the way, my first experience with the inversion table, do it slowly. Your head is not used to getting that much blood that fast, and
Yes,
I guess
you pass out.
I guess people pass.
Yeah, and you know what? And that's
Dave.
That's he's going to be like freaking NXS guy. Bob is, and we're
No,
going to find him with his
and a lime slice in my mouth.
Yeah. It's like, God, how can I
No,
amp
it's
this
not-
up a little
it's
bit?
not
It's
used
supposed to
for
be
that.
a lemon.
I think any citrus fruit can shock you back to life.
I think it's a lemon too.
You don't think it's a lime?
No, but
Well, that's why he
Try it
died.
and find
He
out.
was lime accidentally.
Yeah.
He
All right,
needs
tell
to
me when.
talk to the girl bartender with the giant fakers on how to make the proper drink.
See
Dave,
now,
Dave,
drink
took,
menu,
Dave took
or-
one sip and said, "Needs more cream."
yeah.
Send it back. Send it back.
You
Slightly
cream
creamy.
now.
Women's sports, we even found in the traditional soccer powers, they still had no women playing soccer until 20 years ago. It seemed like, and so
Because of the whole uterus thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of the uterus.
Every
thing,
time
Dave.
a woman runs, her uterus potentially falls out.
also don't think that's true.
Like they
uterus
just
out.
they just have little garbage ties holding the
Right.
fallopian tubes in place.
Yeah, and you can
if
feel
those
them
tear,
pop.
then the uterus falls out.
I think you guys are wrong on all this. I think this is
There's another uterus on the 20-yard line.
it's a misinformation.
Oh, and
campaign.
she slipped on the uterus. ACL on top of the uterus falling out.
Yeah, imagine tearing your ACL on your own uterus.
That would be a real.
Is that what happened to Sam Williams?
I was basically going on the college football ism of humanity, which is ism, which is that was such a forced shot right there.
And is a shuttlecock considered a ball?
Shuttle what?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is the ball of badminton.
It's a cock and ball.
Yeah. Okay.
Dave.
It's that thing above the automatic doors.
Van?
I don't know that there's anything we can do about it.
It appears
I think it's
we're
better now.
next to a very strong air conditioner.
Okay. I think
It's
we're good.
it's a wind curtain as opposed to a meat curtain.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. 258, DJ.
Hot start. Hot start.
Write that one down, baby.
We saw Pat give an impossibly long hug to Rhett Miller's wife. Rhett was like, "Okay, honey, let's go."
Funkmaster Flex is.
So he was
56.
giving her a pat smear.
He was.
There he is.
I put aside all prejudices
Yes.
I have against Aggies or cheese dicks, and I just took a clean slate
Did
into
we
this.
Not.
What is that?
Did you get rid of that? Were you guys in there listening?
Yeah, we got it. I couldn't believe it for a second. I thought I misheard.
I thought maybe.
Their hit song was Blank Shooter.
I don't think I
Straight
know that one.
shooter.
Semen.
Semen.
Dave?
Like sailors.
Oh,
Like
like
they-
sailors.
yeah,
Oh,
like they-
yeah. Oh.
So they're shooting
They're
sailors.
attacking
Yeah.
a boat. In the end, the silence and nothing of a house is the greatest thing in the world. Like, you can't beat it. It really, like,
Or it makes it easier to beat it.
I think to a point.
well, again, Dave, there was someone else in the house.
He is right, though.
He is. Yeah.
Cuidado!
Is he saying queef dado?
No,
Yes.
Cuidado means
Yes.
careful.
Careful, I'm about to queef.
No.
What it means. He was born Ralph Pierre Lecoq,
Why did he change his name?
but he changed his name to Peter Marshall.
So he kept with the theme.
Yes.
Just
He did.
switched
kind
to the
of
first
flipped
name.
it. Yeah. But yes.
Peter Ball.
I'm not sure you can say that.
I don't think so.
Why?
Yeah.
That's a
But-
common last name.
And it is not. It is not.
There's a rash of intentional dumping.
Unintentional.
I don't know.
Slip of the tongue. So Ralph Lucky Pierre Lecoq.
How would you spell that, Corby? Is that Dikbal?
Yes, it is.
Like, why'd you do a bat flip if you did intentional?
Actually, it's Dique.
Okay.
BAL.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll have the Matthew Perry Memorial Pickleball Ketamine Retreat. And it'll be very tasteful.
A really weird tribute.
Very tasteful.
Really weird. And then we have to
and then we all finish the day in the hot tub.
And we have to have Lando come tie us off and shoot us up.
I want to partake.
God, that would be my dream to have Lando tie off my penis and inject me.
Oh, that's right. Now we have to do it in the penis, too. I forgot. With intrapenis.
Do you have to tie off the penis, or can you just use a C-ring?
A what?
Too far. Well, we're out of time.
Oh, there's
Ketamine Queen.
All right.
Maybe
The
you're,
headphone
yeah,
jack.
you got it short.
Wiggle the.
He's not doing anything.
Wiggle the jack.
I don't think it hasn't been touched. Anyway, please.
Jack this guy.
How many licks does it take for Bo Nix to jack this guy?
A lot of new stuff, a lot of old stuff. I thought Dawn's was probably my favorite song.
Dongs?
Yeah, his hit song, Dongs.
Well, it's actually Bag of Dongs. Do you agree, Corby? Like, the gag reflex is something that is
Of course.
years and years of habitual behavior.
No doubt. It's in your head.
Hey, you just got to fight through it.
Yeah. He says,
I've seen plenty of videos.
He says, I didn't think about this, Expo.
Dave.
And so it goes all the way up to like the top of her thigh.
Yeah.
And so she is walking back and forth across the front of the stage, and with every step, you can see full beaver. Full. Now, some people are saying that she was wearing sheer underwear, but regardless, it's probably more than she wanted to show.
Okay. How old are you? Who says that word anymore?
I don't know. Beaver. Well, I'm trying to clean it up for the kids.
I know. I don't know if that's worked though. Come pay us a visit. Come have an El Chingon and many of the Four Corners beers.
Yeah, look, they got the Four Corners neon a little sign there.
I have a T-shirt from there that I absolutely adore.
That's the Four Corners cock.
It is, Dave. I wonder if it was like a giraffe, if you would have pointed that out on the air, but we'll take what we can get.
It's a rooster. Just everybody know. But yes, Dave, you're exactly right.
Yes, Dave, that is in fact. Dave's identifying as animals.
Third grade Dave. Good, Dave. Good.
All right, now get your rest, buddy.
Very good.
Is it nap time?
Wow.
See, when you string them all together like that,
Dave,
it paints me in a certain light.
It does.
That was 10 minutes whittled down from 15 minutes that I had originally that we just didn't have time for. It's incredible.
Once again.
Well, I would like you to keep the director's cuts around because we might need those too. I mean,
For the box set release?
Yes. Give the people what they want. Wow. Well, thank you, DJ, and thank you, Dave. Another successful month of the Hardline. I feel like we've stumbled upon a real nice benchmark tradition.
Thank you.
Once again, I would like to apologize to my mother, my wife, and my daughter.
Well, you're supporting the family. All right, it is 6:42. We have one thing left to accomplish, and that is the concert calendar. Brought to you by...
No sponsors.
Well, we'll make something up.
Oh,
I sponsor
your
this
mom.
segment.
That. Your mom.
Brought to you by your mom. Dave?
Thank you. Well, it is a busy week, so let's get right to it. It begins tonight at Dos Equis Pavilion with support from Live and Soul Asylum, Stone Temple Pilots.
Dang.
That's a 90s extravaganza there, Bob.
That is. There's 3 bands that, there's probably 3 songs each I'd like to hear. Can I tell them what to play? Is that how it works?
What are STP doing for a singer?
That's a really good question, and probably a very important one if they're headlining, right?
Yeah, I would think.
Somebody by the name of Arnel Pineda? Never heard of him.
Yo, that's the Journey singer.
Oh,
yeah,
I've heard of him.
From the Philippines.
That's a long reliever for the Twins, right?
Also tonight at the Granada, Gimme Gimme Disco. At the Windspear, I don't really understand this, but it's Classic Albums Live Fleetwood Mac Rumors. So is this the symphony playing Fleetwood Mac? I don't really know. Also at the House of Blues tonight, So Good, the Neil Diamond Experience. At Club Dada, Lilac Kings. At the Studio at the Factory, the Get Up Kids. This is one of the few emo bands that I was into back in the day.
What do you say, Creighton?
Oh, yeah, I'm into this stuff.
Can we get more in our ears, maybe? Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. It's got the emo voice. At the Factory, Sierra Farrell. At Texas Trust CU Theater, with support from King Clave, it's Leo Dan.
Okay.
Would you like some more sopapillas?
You don't have to ask me if I want more sopapillas.
The answer is yes. You already know.
At Toyota Music Factory, the Australian Pink Floyd show.
My flag's not up. You know this.
At Arlington Music Hall, 1964, a Beatles tribute. At North Texas Fair and Rodeo, Ashley McBride. At Tulips Fort Worth, Matt Tedder. At Billy Bob's, Los Lonely Boys.
Oh.
And at Dickies Arena tonight, with support from Earth, Wind, and Fire, it's Chicago.
Now, who's in this?
I have no idea.
Elf is 100% going to be at this show.
Oh, my God, yes. With so much cologne. The kind of love. Do you think he'll wear a white suit?
Boy, I would love that.
Tomorrow at the American Airlines Center, this is going to be huge. Future and Metro Boomin.
Wow.
This is the clean version. That's why you can't hear very many words, because they're all deleted.
How does he record anything without opening his mouth?
Right?
Well, Metro Boomin was in the news earlier this year. Was he part of the Drake takedown?
Maybe. Yeah, I think
he produced that song.
He's done some stuff with Kendrick.
Okay, yeah.
At the Granada tomorrow night, Nathan Mongol Wells. At Dos Equis Pavilion, Kali Uchis? You know this, Bob. This is like Sally Sexy Time music.
Yeah, I haven't heard this yet.
Why don't you break it out tonight when you get home late?
It sounds very intriguing. If she's into it, I'm into it.
At the House of Blues, Monia. At Stereo Live, Nightmare. At the Majestic, Joss Stone. At the Windspear, another Classic Albums Live, this time Led Zeppelin 2. No idea. At Club Dada.
Well, look into it. You're a concert calendar guy.
I did a cursory look into it.
You've offered us 2 very intriguing acts, or at least shows, but then we don't really know what they are.
Well, maybe a P1 is going, and they can report back.
What do they call them?
Classic Albums Live. Maybe they're just playing the album.
Maybe you just
and the
listen to
symphony
the album.
is playing along to it.
I don't know. Who can say?
I don't know. At Club Dada, Tony Ramidi. At Trees, Black Flag.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the original DIY punk bands.
Who's in this?
No idea. I love the change in this. If we can let it go for just a second. It's just like they just decided to start playing a different song in the middle. At Texas Theater tomorrow afternoon, the Zach Crane Celebration of Life featuring Pleasant Grove and Will Johnson. That is open to the public if you would like to pay your respects and see some live music. 2 in the afternoon. At Texas Trust CU Theater, Marca MP. When I heard this, I like to picture that this is Killer's band. Killer and his sousaphone. At Toyota Music Factory, Nepathia. At Arlington Music Hall, Bobby Rush. At North Texas Fair and Rodeo, Mickey and the Motor Cars. At Tulips Fort Worth, David Ramirez. And at Billy Bob's, Aaron Watson.
I'm gonna give them that 2-4, 4 on the floor like an outlaw boyzone did before. Got the pretty girls out there begging for more. Gotta give them all what they came here for. Doing my thing, singing my song, right on track. I'm chugging along. I'm here and gone like yesterday, rolling like an old freight train.
Yeah. All right, Sunday at the Echo Lounge, Andra Day. At the Cambridge Room, Tissa Korean. At the Factory on Sunday, Ice Spice. Again, this is the clean version. So.
This is Ice Spice?
Yes. With Nicki Minaj. Also on Sunday at Texas Trust CU Theater, the opposite of Ice Spice, Air Supply.
That is the opposite of Ice Spice, I think.
Out of nothing at all.
Making love.
Out of nothing at all.
Sunday at CBD Kratom Backyard, Los Primos del Este. At Billy Bob's, Seth James. And at Dickey's 85 South, which I can't tell if that's a podcast or a comedy act or what, but they're playing Dickey's. It's pretty huge.
It is pretty huge.
Monday at Dos Equis with support from Train, REO Speedwagon.
Man, what a week.
Right? At Southside Ballroom on Monday.
Oh, we could crank this.
Thames. Yeah, you can let this play in the background for a second. At Toyota Music Factory with support from Hawthorne Heights and Anne Berlin, Is for Lovers. Tuesday at Dos Equis with support from AFI, 30 Seconds to Mars. This is What's His Face?
Jared Leto.
Yeah, Jared Leto and his brother.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. At Fair Park, the music hall at Fair Park, Artemis. At Tulips Fort Worth, Resin. Wednesday at the Majestic, Lala Hathaway. At the Toyota Music Factory with support from Boy George, it's Squeeze.
Boy George?
Yeah, Culture Club.
No, I know who Boy George is.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was still on the road.
Oh, yeah.
How old are we talking here?
He's got to be in his 60s.
At least, right?
He looks good.
Really?
I mean, he's like full. He's full beard and the makeup, so it's ultra confusing now.
All right, hold on.
He's 63.
63.
And let's see, Thursday at Southside Ballroom, JPEG Mafia. At the studio at the factory, Sean James. At Toyota Music Factory with support from Dance Gavin Dance, Black Veil Brides, Tech 9, and others, Falling in Reverse.
In my face, the feel of mortal stock and still reverberates. Everywhere I go, I drag this.
Lando, do you have opinions?
I do. Not going to share them.
Why?
Oh, okay, I'll share
Because
them.
they're negative?
This sucks.
Okay, good. All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Well, that's what
I
we
wanted
want.
to confirm.
What's the point of having opinions if you're going to holster them?
It's a good point.
And at
always share my
Tannehill's
opinion.
Tavern, Coal Chamber.
Now
and
that's
at the Reconsider
better.
Lounge. Oh, so Coal Chamber, good.
Yes.
Okay. At the Reconsider Lounge, a Pink Floyd tribute comprised of an afternoon drive sports talk show dedicating their performance to their vacationing board op. Wish You Were Here. And
Come on!
And a Foreigner cover band fronted by Matt Birmingham traveling to Alaska to continue his timid discovery of seafood. I want to see where fish live.
And I want you to show me.
And that's your concert calendar.
I want to see where fish live.
I want to see where fish live. I want you to show me.
You can get up there better than I can. All right, well, there you go. That was a stellar concert calendar, and what a show it was. It is 6:53 on the ticket.